Hey, Sagittarius, intuitive soul coach here with your August 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, Sagittarius, there's been a little bit of uncertainty in the past here. There could be endings, bringing in new beginnings. Some of you, I feel, are getting clear on something that may have been a little bit challenging, murky, or clouded your judgment. There's clarity coming in here, and it's going to lead to new beginnings. I mean, you have three of the most powerful transformative cards out of this entire deck. You have the moon, the coffin, and the skull. So absolutely, without a doubt, there is some sort of reinvention happening here for you, Sagittarius, where you may have felt like you've gone through a rough patch. You may have had to borrow money. Perhaps you felt a little bit lower on cash. Now, you may have been reinventing yourself to leave the corporate world to go work for yourself. This could be shifting careers, job changes. Maybe you were going in between here, because I'm getting the between worlds energy where you weren't quite out of one situation before. You may have been forced into another here, but this is all about you being that healer that you are. Some of you, you were unemployed or out of work. For others of you, you've just gone through a major personal transformation, and it could have affected all levels here on this earthly plane. Now, with the coffin card, this can be talking about an ending, bringing in a new beginning. So it wouldn't surprise me to see some tens showing up in your reading. Now, I'm feeling more of the 10 of swords, 10 of wands, but I feel like it could absolutely lead to the 10 of cups and 10 of pentacles. So this is about swapping energies here, in a sense, going from the glass half empty to the glass half full, going from that energy here of pessimism to optimism. Something is taking a turn, so it wouldn't surprise me to see the judgment, the wheel of fortune. I'm also getting 6 of pentacles, reciprocity, some sort of help. It could be financial offers coming in here for you, a gift from the universe, some sort of generosity or charity that you may be receiving or giving out as well, because this is a difficult energy at times when you are letting go of the old to make way for new. Now, you have the moon card. This talks about unknown sources. You are being divinely guided. We may even see the moon or the star show up in your reading here, Sag, as well. Now, some of you were taking odd jobs, doing something on the side, part-time work, moonlighting. You may have been sleeping irregular hours. I'm also getting a lot of you are receiving intuitive channeled messages through your dreams. So let's dive in and see what is going on here for you, Sagittarius. This is a very deep, powerful reading. I don't think I've ever had these 3 cards, which can be the most, like I said, transformative energies. So you're going through a major wake up, a major epiphany. There's some big things coming in. There's the High Priestess showing up for you. You have the strength as your overall energy, or your underlying energy coming in here. How would you like these, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, so we're just going to get all the cards out here first. We might as well just pull the rest of them. What do we have here for the near future? Okay, Sagittarius, how are you doing at this time? What's going on in your environment? Okay. What are your hopes and fears, and the final outcome? Okay, you got 2 cards in the final outcome here, or 3 cards. All right, so what we have going on here for you, you have the strength. Now, it doesn't surprise me with what we have showing up here, but look at this character. Look at this archetype of the strength. He is the, excuse me, the embodiment of strength in a nutshell, really. The strength is also Leo energy. It is August energy. We are clarifying in August 2023 reading. The strength is about unquestioned confidence. This is about you overcoming any of the setbacks, any of the challenges, any of the struggles. They're showing me Ganesh here as well. Some of you may be working with Lord Ganesh, which is symbolic for the remover of obstacles. So you may have a statue of Ganesha, you may be meditating, connecting with that deity as well. But the strength card is all about you being able to remove those obstacles that have stymied your success when it comes to career, finances, or money. Some of you, this is health. Mentally, physically, emotionally. For others of you, this is setbacks in the external world. It could be belief systems that you are being challenged to break at this time. When the strength card shows up, you've definitely exhausted yourself at times. You felt like you maybe wanted to give up. This can be about self-sabotage. It can be about the shadow side, but I feel like you are coming out of a situation that has been difficult or challenging. You've had to endure some difficulties here, but I feel with what's going on around you, it doesn't surprise me to see the tower in your environment. However, the tower is showing up in reverse. So I like the tower in reverse because you're setting yourself free from something that may have felt limiting, excuse me, or restricted. Now, when you tend to look at the strength card, and there could be some sort of communication coming in here for you. My throat chakra is getting activated. Now, the strength card, when he was going through the challenge of losing his leg here, it may have been probably one of the most difficult times of his life, right? A very difficult period. He may not have thought that he would ever be able to walk, let alone run, right? So at the time that something was happening here for him, he had to muster all of his strength and courage in other areas, right? And now he's getting to the point, he's actually not to the point, he's crossed that threshold of being more in shape, more fit, more mentally strong and capable and willing to overcome and come back stronger than he was in the first place. This strength card is the archetype of the beauty and the wonder and the strength and the awe of not just the human body, but the human mind. And Sagittarius, there is something coming in here that you without a doubt are absolutely going to conquer some sort of obstacle. And not only are you going to conquer it, but you are coming back stronger than ever before. So this is a powerful energy. Here's the Ten of Swords we see showing up here, as mentioned earlier. There's the High Priestess. I'm getting goosebumps because this is all clarifying here what I'm feeling intuitively, what messages Spirit's bringing through. Now, the challenge for you in the month of August 2023. Trust me when I say there's light at the end of the tunnel. Please bear with me here. Yes, sometimes we gotta fine comb through the nitty gritty, which is what we're doing here. Four of Cups, though, can be opening yourself up to a new opportunity. There may have been regret for decisions. There may have been comparison, judgment, criticizing. Maybe in the midst of your strength, you were poked at, pointed at. Maybe people said out loud or whispered behind your back of something you did not have physically, emotionally, mentally, some sort of intelligence or the way you looked, right? You may have overcome adversity. You may have overcome some difficulties, some poverty, some challenges, some setbacks here. But you have this Four of Cups, which is about not wasting another second on self-pity, on self-sabotage, or feeling like you are not good enough. Because if anything, you are stronger than you ever were before. When the Four of Cups shows up here as your challenge, the Four of Cups is the need to reach out. It can be self-absorbed at times. There can be a little bit of arrogance. Now, this could be someone around you. Someone may be highly arrogant and you're doing all that you can do to muster every strength within you, not to let this person get the best of you, not to let them bring you to your knees, right? Four of Cups here is focusing on the forward, focusing on putting one step in front of another instead of being pulled back because of some sort of negativity or loss that may have occurred in your world. There could even be a little bit of loneliness, even a little bit of depression here based on some situations that have occurred. I mean, this is a deep, heavy reading, and typically this doesn't show up as strong as it is for you, Sagittarius, whether this your cross watcher, whether this is your other placements in your chart, or you are a full-on sun sign of Sagittarius. You're going through a major turning point, but this turning point is going to lead you to something far better than you could have ever imagined. Because think of this guy sitting in the recovery room, sitting at the hospital saying, what is going to happen in my life? Maybe he was an athlete. Maybe he was a famous NFL football star, right? Perhaps he had to use his legs or his feet every single day. We all do. We all use our feet and our legs every single day, but he has to overcome those beliefs that he's stuck or limited. And what he's done is he's challenged the status quo, and he's coming back stronger than ever before. So not only has he tamed that beast and that ego and that voice within saying you can't, he's challenged it by giving it a look in the eye and saying I can. And that's what I feel you're doing here. Even if it seems like you are still on the beginning path of this challenge, or you're coming closer to that end of the tunnel, you're getting through it here regardless of where you're at. The challenge is for you to put one foot in front of another and keep on going here, because what's below you is you are a highly intuitive being here, Sagittarius. You have intuition that is out of this world, but a lot of times you second guess it. You don't listen to it. You may tend to block it out. You may tend to silence it through substances, through foods, through whatever it may be, whatever the devil energy can come in and tend to attach ourselves to, and we lose sight at times of our own higher power and higher self. But this is calling for you to make decisive decisions based on your intuition, at least in the recent or in the distant past. So some of you, I feel like you did make a decision because your intuition was pushing and guiding you to move in this path, on this path here. So this is a reminder that you have all of the tools, that you have the truth and the mystery and the silence and the insight and the wisdom and the gut feelings to step back from a situation, not put yourself right in the mix, right? The high priestess, she can be a little mysterious. All she needs to do is step behind that curtain, and she can trust in all of her other abilities to bring to her what she needs to know. And I feel like this is what you are forced to do, not forced in a bad way, but you went inward because of some sort of difficulty. Like they say, a lot of times people don't pray or get on their knees or ask for angelic help until they've hit some sort of rock bottom, until there's been a situation where it really calls for divine intervention. Otherwise we go along our paths and we think, well, we got this, right? There was a moment in the past that really called for you to pray, to connect, and to trust in your higher self. So what do we have here in the recent past? Some sort of heartache. Yep. Some sort of disconnect. Makes sense with the skull, the coffin, right? This is heartbreak. This is dealing with a situation, hurtful words, lies, malicious intent, someone trying to sabotage you, someone trying to, or you yourself. It doesn't always have to be someone else. It can be a situation that just, it wasn't favorable. It wasn't favorable. It's not something that you feel you would have chosen, even though I feel we choose our blueprint and we choose certain experiences to evolve. Some of you, don't curse me in the comments, but I do feel like there was a situation here that you absolutely, it felt difficult. It felt challenging. And knowing that you're not alone was part of the lesson. Knowing that you can trust and tune into your higher self here. Some of you were done wrong. Some of you were stabbed in the back. Some of you were let go, or you were told you were incompetent, you weren't good enough. Some of you had a nervous breakdown. Some of you had a mental or nervous breakdown. Don't judge yourself. Don't criticize yourself. right? It happens to the best of us. Sometimes we hit a rock bottom and it shows up in the form of a mental breakdown. There's no shame in the game of asking for help or needing some sort of assistance here. Now, if this reading isn't resonating with you, that's okay. Catch the next one. Check out your other signs. This is for those of you that have been through something deep. This is a deep reading here. This is probably one of the deepest readings I've ever done. Now, what's in your headspace is releasing this anguish. Okay, there's some sort of deep anguish. And like I said earlier, regardless of where you are at, Sagittarius, on your journey, I feel like you are ending and letting go of something that has been painful. The Three of Swords is in the past. So this is in the past for a reason, but you're still feeling the effects of something that was difficult, some sort of rejection, betrayal, hurtfulness, stabbed in the back. But the good news is with the Ten of Swords, I feel like you're lifting the anguish that this has caused you. Okay, you have a choice to become bitter or better. And I sense with the strength here, you are absolutely becoming better. And as I say often, pain is inevitable. We, each and every single human here on planet Earth, are going to go through some sort of pain or some sort of challenge, right? But the suffering piece of it is a choice. We don't have to suffer. We don't have to feel like we're all alone. Reach out for help if you need to. Now, what's showing up in the near future? You are a badass, right? This is you being able to accelerate and come back quickly. Not saying that you're not coming back from a situation unscathed. No, you have scars, right? They're actually giving me a song here. One moment. It's scars. There's scars in it. Okay, thank you. Underneath your scars, Godsmack. Now, that may not be your jam. That may not be your genre of music, but you may want to look up the lyrics of that song if you're not familiar with it, because it does talk about, reaching new depths. It talks about who am I without you? And it may not be a person. It could be a job. Who am I without this job or without this label, without this title? Who am I when I strip it all down to bare bones, right? To vulnerability, to feeling completely naked and alone here. So underneath your scars, what you are finding is absolutely amazing. You are finding that you are a divine spark, that you are stronger than you think you are. There could be a message, news, communication. This Eight of Wands is about you getting back on track after something major that may have happened in your world. Now, for some of you, maybe it was this big. For others of you, it was a tower moment. Some of you have avoided a tower moment by leaving or being rejected from a position or a situation. Just to let you know, if this isn't as heavy going on in your energy, you have the Tower in reverse, which can signify that you've dodged a bullet. So I do feel here that there's going to be a new offer presenting itself to you in the near future. Eight of Wands can be about travel, relocating. It can be movement, speed, velocity after a time of some sort of delay, heartache, or setback here. So Eight of Wands, absolutely moving forward without a doubt, knowing that you are putting yourself back on track. Some of you, and this is interesting, Sagittarius, I believe it was Scorpio that received this message. Some of you are cuspers, or you may have strong Scorpio placements. You may want to check out that reading as well. But there's something here with self-defense. It could be that you are channeling energy into, it could be karate. It could be, I forget what the other ones are, jutsu or jutsu. It could be punching bags. It could be any form of channeled energy that allows you to get out that anger or get out that pain. There's something here that you are doing. Some of you may even be thinking about opening up a place where other people can come release or channel their energy into something physical as well. Eight of Wands. Some of you could be MMA fighters. Is that a thing? MMA fighters? Some of you may be wrestlers as well. Please take that as it resonates. I'm getting here that this could even be something you like to watch on TV, or maybe you have a partner that watches these type of things as well. And there's strength within this. Someone is regaining their physical strength as well, is what I'm hearing. So some of you may have been down with the sickness. There's another song there, down with the sickness. Literally though, some of you may have felt physically, mentally, or, at times just emotionally down in the dumps, whatever that may have been for you. You're coming back fighting here. You're coming back stronger than ever before. So wow, this is a powerful read here, Sag. What's going on? How are you feeling? How are you doing? You're ready to start again. You're ready to have this beginner's mindset with the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, he's my favorite little dude here. He is like the private investigator of tarot. He's going to go in searching of the truth. He uses his brilliant logical mind, his brain, which is the control center, right? He uses that right, creative, intuitive side, and then he uses that left, logical, analytical, rational side, and he blends the two together to create miracles and to go in search of, what it is that he needs to know. The Page of Swords is about strategy and strategic solutions. Instead of disconnecting from your intuition, from resources, from information, you are getting back into the groove here where you are reconnecting with some sort of research data. I feel like you're putting yourself back in the game. So it could even be that you are on maybe Indeed or maybe Monster, or you are on LinkedIn. There's something here that you're researching or combing through, thumbing through. I keep getting that energy of combing through very, very strategically, like you may be weighing out pros and cons. Is this what I want to do? Now, some of you, there's a very important message here. Some of you may not want to go back to the same type of work that you were doing. Here is your permission slip to say you don't have to. Okay, there could be something else that you are creatively concocting up in your mind here that is actually going to be far better off for you, and it aligns more with your journey. Let's say you were a data analyst, and you don't want to go back to doing that. It was maybe not your thing. You didn't like the way it was, done. You don't have to go back and do that. So Spirit is saying here, think outside the box. You have other skills, you have other talents, you have other things, Sagittarius, that you are good at. You can use the knowledge that you've gained from those experiences, from the education, from the past, but you can do something differently. And I feel like that's what you are concocting. That's what you are kind of drawing up within your mind's eye at this time. So I like where your head is at. Your head is in a better spot than it was here in the past, that's for sure. But a lot of you, gosh, you are a survivor. You're definitely a survivor. You're a warrior here. You have what it takes to create something. Some of you are creating maybe an app. There could be something with artificial intelligence here. You may be in travel, tourism, Airbnb. You may be online learning. I'm getting real estate here as well. Some of you may be thinking about flipping properties, flipping homes, flipping, it could be items even. Maybe you're buying items for a lower cost and maybe flipping them. I'm just getting here that you have a lot of ideas. It's time for you to create those ideas into reality here. Now, what's in your environment, Sagittarius? You do have the Tower in reverse. So this is about a needed transition. Even though something may have been painful or difficult, or some of you avoided it, you dodged a bullet, you didn't want to replay a past scenario, therefore you kind of sidestepped it and went underneath it, over it, or some of you bulldozed right through it with the Tower. But I feel like there is an absolute transition. Some of you, I'm getting you left a big city, New York City. I'm getting Los Angeles here. It could even be, Brisbane. That's in Australia. It could be, I'm getting here Johannesburg as well. There could be some bigger places that you are deciding to leave, or maybe you're heading towards a bigger place here. Okay, thank you. Austin. There's something here with Austin, Texas. That may be, or maybe Austin is somewhere else. I'm getting here Austin, Texas. Some of you may be leaving. Well, you know what they say, everything is bigger in Texas, but I feel like you could be either leaving or coming. There's something with a big city energy here. but also needing a little bit of time to connect with nature, get outside. Some of you may be visiting your hometown after a time that's been a little bit of a struggle or challenging for you. I'm also getting boardwalk as well. So some of you may live near a major boardwalk or a major pier. That could be where you're visiting here or where you want to move to, or maybe where you are at. Please take that as it resonates. All right, what else do we have here? Okay. Okay, they're giving me the name here, Callan. So that could be a last name. Maybe it's a location. Maybe it's in a different language. Callan or Callan. Now, don't ask me the spelling on that. I'm just hearing it here in my mind's eye. Callan. Okay, maybe it's the beginning of a last name as well, such as, for example, Colin Bach. It could be Colin and then something else, or Callan and something else. It could be a last name. Please take it as it resonates. Now, in your hopes and fears position here, we have the Page of Coins. Another page. So a lot of new beginnings coming in here, but you're not letting the past define you in a negative way. You're choosing to not suffer, right? You're choosing to not suffer, not let something bring you down to the depths of hell, right? You're choosing to grab yourself up out of some sort of pit or hole that maybe you felt like you were in, and you're climbing up out of it here, and you're recognizing an opportunity is in front of you. And I feel like you are taking an opportunity that may even be offered to you in the month of August. A new job offer, a new offer to relocate, take the place of someone who may be retiring, maybe on maternity leave. If you are a business owner, I feel like you have some new ideas, or you may be thinking about starting a business. Maybe if you were let go, or if things may have been difficult for you, you're thinking, how can I bring in money? How can I grow my business? I'm also getting artistry, artwork, tapestry. There's something here with using your creative abilities to make money. The fear here is, what if you disconnect from the goals and you just stay in that hole? You can choose to do that, Sagittarius. You can choose anything you want. If you feel so disconnected from your goals and from your intuition and from yourself, I highly suggest reaching out. Okay, reaching out, knowing that you don't have to go this path alone. You're not alone. You are a spark of the divine. We are all one. We're all in this game together. You're a miracle. You're a walking miracle, and you chose to incarnate into this lifetime right now when things are crazy. It seems like they're crazy, but you've come at a very important, pertinent time in history. You're going to go down in those history books, right? Your energy. So this is a very powerful time to build a foundation for yourself. Final outcome here is building a foundation because you've learned some lessons. You don't have to go back and repeat something. It's time to take that next step towards your abundance. This can be about co-creating, working together, collaborating. Some of you, it's playing many different roles within a business sector here. You have many tricks of the trade up your sleeve here, Sagittarius. You have a lot of skills. You can do anything you want with those skills. Don't cap, don't limit. You're that strength archetype here. Other people look at you as strength, as a fighter, as a warrior. There's nothing that you cannot do if you set your mind to it. Because what do we have behind it? Your final outcome here, Ace of Wands. Look at that. This is motivated new beginnings, and it aligns beautifully with what we see here showing up. Ace of Wands is one of the most powerful, creative, passionate, spiritual force cards that there is in the tarot. And I love the picture on here because there could have been a delay. Absolutely. Something set you back. We see that without a doubt. There was an ending. There was a challenge, a struggle, a health concern, a loss. But the Ace of Wands says that you are picking yourself up and you're doing what you need to do to get back into shape, get back into that mentality, get back into that traction, that track that you want to be heading towards, and you're lining up here, and that race is about to start. So when the Ace of Wands shows up, you have a new sense of motivation. There's a new beginning available to you here. So it's time for you to take that step up, rebuild your foundation, build upon your affluence. You have what it takes to not just succeed, but to exceed generously. So what that means is I feel like a lot of you are going to bring in the type of wealth that many dream of. This is a really big energy here, Sag. I hope you've stuck with me this far because this is big. This is big here. Let's take a look and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have here for Sagittarius, August 2023, please? I'll only read one from the guidebook, but we'll take a look at them all, of course. There it is. I love it. Okay, we have the tribe. This is card 8, so we're actually going to go with this one because that's the strength, and your overall energy is the strength. This is about you finding that togetherness, other like-minded individuals. It's about making sure that you don't dim your light to fit in when you are born to stand out. You're born to shine. Don't limit yourself or hold yourself back due to some sort of, I don't even like the word or want to say it, but handicap, because we have that strength card here. And I feel like whether it is an actual handicap or not, based on some sort of, it could be dyslexia, it could be some sort of learning curve or disability that you feel you have, hold you back, but in all reality, you are stronger than that label. I hope this makes sense for you here. The tribe is saying don't dim yourself because you are meant to shine. You also have yang energy. This is masculinity. This is action oriented. This is get up and go. You are ready. You are prepared. Now it sounds kind of counterintuitive because you have the breathe card right behind it. You can breathe your way through these difficulties because sometimes we get into that fight or flight. Sometimes we take those short, shallow breaths when in reality, we really need to take some deep belly breaths from the solar plexus, which we'll do next when we open up our third eye. But this is a very powerful energy of you using breath work. Some of you may even use breath work on a daily basis or within your business. You may have learned breath work. You may have learned EFT. I think emotional freedom tapping. You may have learned some sort of tapping or how to use your breath in circumstances that are challenging. So we have here breathe, yang, and the tribe, and we're going to go with the tribe. Again, card 8. We start off with the 8, which is strength, August energy, Leo energy. Very powerful time here. All right, the message for you, Sagittarius, community, belonging, being seen and understood by others, like-minded connections, a sense of family and friendship, knowing your place in the world. That's a big one, knowing your place in the world. This card signals a new affiliation with a group. Humans are social creatures, and we need to know we are useful to our tribes, families, and communities. In a tribe, everyone has an important function and feels that they matter. Membership in the group provides a sense of belonging, of kinship, and of purpose that comes from working together for the greater fulfillment of all. Perhaps you are part of a spiritual community or an artistic one. Perhaps you are in a learning community where you share your love of education. Regardless of its form or focus, your community brings you joy. You will be inspired by it and want to contribute to it. Your contribution may be as small as showing up or as large as becoming its leader. No matter your position in the tribe, your presence is needed. Wow, we couldn't have received a better card here for you. Whenever you're in a community of like-minded others, there's a powerful opportunity to reap great abundance. It's essential to ask, what can I contribute rather than what can I get from this? Figure out a need and look to fill it. Something meaningful will manifest. Even if what manifests is small, it is a sign that the doors of opportunity will swing open wider. There is also another meaning of this card. Don't try to be all things to all people. Choose your role. There's that 3 of Pentacles as your outcome. Choose your role and do it. Serve from a sense of authenticity. There is no greater feeling of accomplishment than knowing that you have purpose. Beautiful energy here. I'm going to read the protection message because some of you may still be a little bit stuck in the 10 of Swords and 3 of Swords here. So for those of you that are stuck, there could be something here for you. Beware of compromising your integrity in order to belong. How do you dim your light or change yourself so others will accept you in the tribe? Do you hide who you really are in order to play a role within the larger role? whole. This will never fulfill you. Now is the time to assess your willingness to be real. Stand tall. Be you. Authenticity is a true self-expression and the only way to empower yourself. Don't be afraid to be you and step into the role your heart tells you to take. Making yourself small bears too high of a cost. Yes, it does. Wow. Literally, we talked about all of this. So what a wonderful confirmation here from Spirit. Now at this time, Sagittarius, we're going to get a few messages from your spirit animals. And I just ask, if you can, please take a deep, deep belly breath from that solar plexus chakra. A nice big breath inward. Hold it for as long as you can and release through the mouth. All right, Sagittarius, one more deep belly breath. Nice big breath from the belly area. Hold it as long as you can and release through the mouth. Now with your eyes closed, I want you to focus on your third eye chakra. That's the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. Perhaps they swim deep in the sea. This animal could be wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, or one that's visited through your dreams. There is no right or wrong answer, Sagittarius. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section below. And I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. Okay, so right away here, these numbers may be significant. It could be your age, it could be your birth date, it could be your personal year or your life path number. We have 63, 66. Did we talk about sixes earlier for you? I thought maybe we did. We have 45 and 41. Now right away you have vulture spirit. Some of you feel like people are vultures, just leeching off of you at times, but it's saying here nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. Every single good, bad, and ugly that you have endured, it's been part of the higher plan here. There's an energy here of feeling like you've wasted time and energy and effort into things that just were not serving you. Trust that you've learned valuable lessons. Nothing is wasted here. And as I say trust, we have White Raven Spirit saying trust in the magic, card 66. 6 and 6 equals 12. And in tarot, that's the Hanged Man. That's about releasing some sort of control in order to see things from a new perspective. And that's what the Tower is doing here for you as well. It's allowing you to have the freedom that you truly seek and desire. Trust in the magic, trust in the White Raven to bring you some good news and messages. That's what I'm getting from the White Raven here. We have a lot of birds. I've never had 4 birds here. So we have the parrot and we also have nightingale. So you have here the parrot and it says, watch your words because our words become our reality. So this could be your self-talk. And maybe that self-talk on a subconscious level is telling yourself, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I'm never going to have that life I want. I'm never going to have that home. Whatever this is here for you, watch those words because subconsciously, sometimes we're not even aware. And I feel like you are. So shift that energy, shift that vibration from half empty to half full, right? Do a complete 360. Even if you need to get a little rubber band, put it on your hand here and your wrist and just snap it a little bit, not where you're snapping it to create a big old bruise or a mark, but every time you catch yourself in a lower frequency vibration through your words, snap that band and tell yourself a new story. Tell yourself, no, that's not true. That's just an illusion based on an experience of the past, right? That's not true for me. I am the creator of my own reality. So watch those words. Because lastly, we have Nightingale here, and this talks about love. Love is all around you. When we open ourselves up to seeing the world as a miracle, we start to see the miracles in front of us because we are the miracle in itself, right? This is all about love showing up in all shapes, sizes, and forms. This is about you having gratitude for the blessings that are in your life. Card 41 here is a significant card, and a lot of you are dropping down to your heart center and you're saying, what do I love? What do I love about myself? What do I love about my talents, my gifts, my skills? Some of you are seeing that you are absolutely without a doubt appreciated. And for those of you that do not feel appreciated in your career or in your line of work, I feel like you are moving on towards a new journey, a new path where you are respected and your skills and talents will shine. So again, don't limit, don't put a cap on yourself, because again, with the strength showing up here, you are more powerful than you give yourself credit for. All right. Now, last but not least, let's see which crystal, gemstone, mineral, or fossil you can use, Sagittarius, in the month of August to help you towards your most prosperous path. What do we have here, please, for for Sagittarius? I mean, some of you may be Capricorn cuspers. You never know. Oh, wow. We have pyrite. Pyrite is fool's gold, right? 45 is the card showing up for you here. Fool's gold. So what we have is inherent value, knowing your worth, self-appreciation, genuine abundance, and prosperity within. Throughout the ages, humans have sought the gems of the earth, the crystals whose beauty delighted the eye and whose powers could aid them in their quest to achieve a sense of safety and abundance. They recognize the intrinsic value of these gifts from nature, and when pyrite spirit appears, you are meant to appreciate the abundance that the conscious universe has provided, an abundance of opportunities, resources, support, and most importantly, love. A scarcity mentality will prevent you from seeing all that is available to you, and you are called now to offer thanks for the myriad gifts you have been given to help you achieve balance. As you take your healing journey, you will find it easier and easier to recognize that you will always have what you need. Abundance awaits you if you're ready to claim it. The universe has your back. What you need will not be denied you at this time, so open yourself to receiving it by practicing appreciation. Prosperity shows up in different forms. Do you see and appreciate the inherent value in what you own, what you enjoy, Sagittarius, and what you experience? Pyrite, also known as fool's gold, reminds us that there is great value in many aspects of life, not just the material. This crystal spirit is here to draw your attention to all that is available to you, support, love, and resources to build upon. You don't have to do it all by yourself, for the universe is your ally and wants you to experience prosperity. The road sometimes gets a little wonky, but only because you're being called to consider the riches you may be overlooking in your quest for more. Find the inherent value of what is yours. The memories, experiences, and situations that have brought you here to the brink of a breakthrough. If you are willing to practice appreciation, move away from the externally imposed systems of valuation and what others find worthy to determine and appreciate what is valuable to you. Pyrite spirit will show you how much you have and are manifesting to co-create your most abundant life. Powerful energy. Again, a beautiful card that wraps up everything we've been talking about here, knowing that abundance shows up in all forms. For those of you that are having a difficult time seeing that abundance, start a gratitude journal. Start small. Take baby steps. Put one foot in front of the other, because you're going to see the miracles that are presenting themselves all around you if you are open enough to accept and reclaim it, which I feel like you are ready. Ace of Wands, new beginnings here for you, Sagittarius. Pyrite, beautiful energy. I hope this resonates with all of you beautiful souls. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Please drop your power animals in the comment section below to be entered into the free reading giveaway. And if you're vibing with the energy of the channel and haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, for being here. Lots of love.